Okay, then. So it's time to finally, you know, we've been. How long has it been? 5 weeks. So 5 weeks of this tournament's been, because obviously it's longer than World Cups used to be.
Yeah,
Feels like a slog. To be honest, at this point, I can't lie. It's been a lot. It's been fun. It's been a really good tournament. But
yeah.
we're finally here at the final. Um, Argentina versus Spain. Messi versus Yamal. It's crazy, right? You've seen the picture of Messi and Yamal, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
it's come full circle.
yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of I don't know, WWE storyline. You kind of it's kind of yeah.
Yeah.
It's I mean, yeah, I don't know. All right, let's just jump straight in. How do you see this one going? Because I don't
Uh,
know.
it's a tough one because, the same way, I don't think Spain can use the same methods that they used to beat France against Argentina. Because the first thing is that Argentina packed the middle of the pitch. Like they really they play very narrow. They've got defensive mids. They've got three center mids, and then yeah, they play very narrow. So it's going to be difficult for. I mean, Spain are experts at keeping the ball, as part of their game. But at the same time, I don't think they're going to have an easy time having the ball in the areas that they like to have the ball in. So at the same time, I think if Argentina line up the same way that they have been lining up, it leaves the fullbacks wide open for attack. So let's say Tagliafico on the left, he's been playing on the left, and then you've got what's his name on the right. It's been
Molina, right?
Molina's
Molina.
been on the right. So I mean Molina not so much because I don't think Nico Williams will be playing, but it will leave. I do foresee a lot of 1v1s with Yamal and Tagliafico, and I don't think it's going to go that well for Tagliafico. So I feel like that there could be a good advantage for Spain in those situations. But yeah, for me it's quite a tough final to call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. It's a difficult one. I think we might see them make a change tactically, Argentina, and do something to like double up on Yamal,
yeah,
because that is the threat you need to be focused on, right?
yeah,
But both teams like to build up from the back, build up with their centre backs, but they both have centre backs that are very good on the ball and can play through into midfield, accurate passes. Especially like Lisandro, he's been doing that throughout this tournament, and then yeah, both of the Spanish centre backs, especially. But yeah, we were talking about Romero earlier as well. He's a good
yeah,
he's had a very good tournament as well,
yeah,
and they will both do that, and they both have a lot of strength in that. So in terms of that being disrupted, I don't think either team will be focusing on that. But in terms of the final third, both teams are very reliant on a single player. And I think
yeah,
that makes this game very interesting, because obviously they know that. Spain know that Messi is the focus.
yeah,
You have to deal with Messi. But every team uh, that has played Argentina in the last few tournaments has known that you just have to stop Messi, and it hasn't
yeah,
worked, right?
mm,
And I don't think Spain are the type of team that are going to change their structure to focus on him.
yeah,
So, it might just come down to who has the better game, who has the moments first out of Messi and Yamal. And Yamal hasn't been at his very, very best during this tournament, but he's still been the one driving them up the pitch. He's still been the only Spain player with pace
yeah,
and dribbling ability, winning free kicks, all of that, right? And I think, yeah, maybe they double up and play Nico Gonzalez on the left and just tell him to work really hard. He's not quite as defensive minded as Simeone, right?
yeah,
Simeone's a
yeah,
dog. He's like he's
yeah.
in his father's image.
He always puts in the shift.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe he'll look at someone like Nico Gonzalez to double up and help Tagliafico, because I do think if you can stop Yamal, it gives them a really good opportunity in this game.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that it's going to be a tight one. Um, might be quite a good game to watch. You know, a lot of tactical battles in the midfield.
Yeah.
Um, both teams quite narrow, but um, yeah, I'm expecting it to just come down to a moment of quality, and I'm essentially backing Messi because of the story. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, it's gonna take something, a special moment to unlock something, and who's gonna be that special moment? It just, I can't doubt Messi. I can't, after what I've watched in this World Cup.
Mm.
He just needs a moment or two, or a couple of moments in this game, and I think he'll get those, and it will be down to whoever's around him, whether he's setting it up or scoring himself. I think he'll have that moment, and yeah, I'm gonna edge to Argentina winning in normal time, like 1-0.
Oh no.
That's what I'm going for. But like a good one though.
Yeah.
Like an interesting to watch with a lot of chances, but a 1-0 or maybe a 2-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling right now. But what I would say, I think if it goes into extra time or the further it goes, Spain can bring on a Nico Williams off the bench.
Yeah.
Um who else have they got off the bench? I mean, I don't know if Pedri's gonna start, so Pedri
Pedri off the bench.
probably off the bench.
Marino comes off the
Marino,
bench.
that's a
Yeah.
very interesting one because he's so dangerous. He's
Mm.
in the air, and just his late runs and stuff. He's a good finisher as well, very good finisher.
Yeah.
So um yeah, maybe the longer it goes on, I start to think maybe there's a different weapon that Spain can open up. But Argentina are the team that have been really good at the end of games, right? They're the team that have comeback wins and had the heart to get over being equalized against Cape Verde and things like that. So
Yeah.
they're not gonna give up. They're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Um, in terms of the tactical battle, how do you see it going? And yeah, who do you think is gonna win if you're just putting your money on it right now?
Um. Well, I would like my boy Yamal to come out on top,
Mm,
but like you say, it really does come down to the two magicians. You've got Messi, and Messi's come up. He's come up well in every game this tournament, I would say. Like you say, Yamal hasn't really stamped his authority on the tournament yet, but he's with his work and the work of the rest of the team, they've managed to get Spain into the finals. So yeah, I think if both teams are at their best, I think Spain should take it. That's my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. You think they're
Yeah.
better player for player?
Yeah, I do think they play for play. I think, of course, Argentina is the one that drags Messi is the one that drags Argentina up. But with Spain, I think if I was to compare their midfield player for player, like Paredes versus Rodri, I think
Yeah,
Rodri's the best
that's a big
player.
difference. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, So yeah, I would like Spain to win, but I also do think that Spain, if I were to match them up with Argentina, I think their team is slightly better. But
I yeah.
that being said, this is like you say, WWE storylines. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you do. I do hear that. I think the strikers for Argentina, whether I'm not sure who's gonna start. Lautaro did score the winner, of course, so maybe he gets the nod. Both of them have been okay at best, but they
Yeah,
work really hard, and it could be one of them. It could be one of them in terms of um, I I I envision a goal being scored where it's like we have both teams having spells of possession, and someone just gonna like drift in and a back post. I feel like a lot of the time when it's two teams that are focused on possession, those are kind of how the games end up being unlocked. And
okay,
it would be a completely different game if there's an early goal, right? That might change things a lot. But if it is a tight game where both teams have long spells with the ball, um, then yeah, I think the movement of like a Lautaro, especially. could be the secret weapon in a game like this. I think
Mm.
you're not gonna beat Laporte and Kubasi in terms of like they're good defenders, good positioning. They're in control on the ball as well, right? You're not gonna make things. You're not gonna make them like agitated, or
Yeah.
you're not gonna make them all over the place, frantic. I don't think that that's gonna be the that situation. It might be with like a Romero. I don't see them doing what they did against England in terms of trying to rough
Yeah.
rough anyone up in the first half.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe that's just in their nature, to be honest. But
Definitely, definitely Romero's nature.
yeah, exactly.
That guy's an
Yeah,
absolute thug.
yeah. I'm expecting it to be a good game where, yeah, maybe uh, Alexis as well putting pressure on Rodri. I know Rodri is someone that's very hard to press, but
Yeah.
Alexis McAllister, he does a good job out of possession, I feel like, as well, in terms
Hmm.
of stopping the other team. But yeah, we haven't actually seen Argentina up against a possession dominant team. Like, because if you look at this World Cup and the last World Cup, all the teams they faced were there. Some teams had quality, but not teams that were going to dominate the ball. They've had that, and if Spain are the team that are also going to try and do that and have better midfielders and are probably going to have more of the ball, I'm not sure how Argentina are going to react to that, and if they have any weapons. They don't have Di Maria like they had in the last final.
Yeah.
That that might be a tough like ask in terms of them. If Spain can like get them banked in, sat back, not doing much, then it could become a long day for Argentina. That is one scenario I could see happening, but I don't think that will happen. I think they're gonna have their own spells of possession because Spain are also reliant on Yamal to come out, and
Yeah.
yeah, uh, it should be interesting. If I don't know the two managers. If you had to say one of them you favor more, or do you think they're similar managers in terms of
Um.
who you trust to make the right decisions, the right tactical changes?
Yeah. I don't really. I think both coaches are very good. I
Mm-hmm.
think, like, of course, Scaloni has won. I think with Argentina since he's been the manager, they've won the Copa America
Everything,
twice. They
yeah.
won everything, and they won the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
But also De La Fuente, since he came, I think he came. His first job was when they won the Euros. No.
Yeah. That was his first
Yeah. So
tournament.
he
Yeah,
came in and he won the Euros. So I think both very competent coaches. Um. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know enough about the coaches to say
yeah.
who I think is going to be better, but I just know that I think it's not going to be. I don't think we're going to see anything like we saw with England. I don't think we're going to see any too cool.
Right. Head loss.
Any Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, we're not going
Yeah,
to see any of that in my opinion. I think
yeah.
it's going to be more structured, more thought out game.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. This is. It doesn't feel like necessarily. I wouldn't say it's the two best teams of the whole tournament. They both had their struggles in different ways,
Yeah,
but it feels like a final that I don't know. We haven't seen this type of final, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
I'm very intrigued to see how it goes because they both are quite narrow teams who like the ball and yeah. Yeah, Yamal could have his moment, right? This would be a story as well. Like obviously, the story of Messi winning back-to-back World Cups in his late 30s is something special. But
yeah. Of course.
Yamal, this passing of the torch thing, 19 years old, taking over from Messi, that would also be a beautiful story that everyone talks
Yeah,
about
yeah,
forever. And
yeah.
him having a Euros and World Cup as the main man as a teenager
Mhm.
is an also something like historical if that happens. So either
Yeah,
way, we're gonna see some history being made in the game, and yeah. Um, any one player who you've been most impressed with, just before we move on, like for both
Uh,
teams, because I just want to highlight Lisandro for Argentina yet again. I do think like people, he doesn't get respect even from like United fans, right? And
yeah, of course, of course.
yeah, I'm just a huge fan of how he plays, but some of the balls into midfield and just his composure, and even like he's never um he like he's never afraid to do the passes that like, oh, look like they're a bit too much for a centre back, you know.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
I think he's an excellent player. I think he's able to do everything. The only problem I've had with Lisandro, to be honest, has been throughout his whole career, is I think sometimes he's overly aggressive.
Mm.
And he sometimes, I don't know if it's that, I don't want to say it's small man
So
syndrome.
right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he has that thing on the pitch sometimes where he's a bit too aggressive, and I
Mm.
think that's what's caused a lot of his injuries. I think
Yeah.
him being overly aggressive has caused a lot of issues for him. But I haven't really seen that during the World Cup. The World Cup, I think he's been quite level headed. He's allowed Romero to do all the dirty work and
And I
Enzo
think that's
Fernandez.
why. I think because when you're next to Romero, if you're both like
Yeah,
that, that's a bit.
yeah,
That's gonna
yeah.
be a bit mad.
It's a good chance for a red card for
Yeah.
dismissal. But yeah, I think he's always a great player on the pitch. Of course, Messi. And let me
Yeah.
see for
I'll just
Argentina.
mention Laporte as well because I thought against France he was brilliant. I thought,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
like he's been a top defender for a long time, but obviously he went to
hmm
Saudi and now he's playing at Bilbao, so maybe he's been off people's radars a little bit. But
yeah,
he's been a top defender for so many years. Like, yeah.
yeah. I think one guy as well is a bit obvious, but Cucurella against France. Cucurella is a dog. I think part of the tactics will be to keep Messi away from Cucurella during the game, because he will follow you to the ends of the earth. Like that guy he puts in maximum effort to keep you out of the game, and I think he's had in the big games where you need him, he steps up. So yeah, I think he's another guy. Fabian Ruiz, I think I don't think he hasn't played every single match,
No,
but the
no, he's
games
come
that
in recently. Yeah, the last couple
yeah,
of games.
but the games that he has played, he's always showed his quality.
Yeah.
He's always a quality player.
You expecting the same
Um,
midfield then? So Rodri, Fabian, and Olmo.
Almost my guy. Almost a guy that I always have to put respect on. Almost, I think so. I think we might see the
Yeah.
same midfield. Yeah. I mean, you can always change it if it's not working, doesn't work. You can always change it up because Spain have a lot of fantastic midfielders.
Yeah.
But I think he might just start off with the same midfield.
Olmo's very good in and around the box for me.
Yeah,
I think if you do think, all right, no, want to make sure we have control and that's the priority rather than being more worried about like incisiveness and runs in the final third, then
yeah.
maybe bringing Pedri for Olmo. But
Okay.
I'm expecting the same. I don't actually think that will be the main thing De La Fuente is focused on.
Yeah.
I think he'll actually want someone like Olmo making those runs to the left and right of Oyafabal
Yeah.
and just giving Romero, Martinez, and then Paredes in front of them more to think about
Yeah.
than having the game in front of them, because I think that
Yeah.
they might be more comfortable with that actually. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's crazy that someone as good as Pedri can be left out and they're still a top team, but it just shows the strength and depth of Spain.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere either. They're going to be around
Mm,
for a very long time. And yes,
absolutely.
should be a great game, man.
Yeah. You want to talk about the third and fourth place?
I mean, nah. I mean, I don't know who's gonna play
No,
anyone. I forget, but yeah,
no,
no.
no, no. Yeah, it's
All
not
right,
interesting,
all
man.
right, cool.